Hello, my Fly Mickey friends, and welcome to the latest tips, tricks, and travel news updates from the world of Disney. And on this week's episode, Walt Disney World aims to return to as normal as possible in 2021. Disney Cruise Line adds another new route to its itinerary. And we check out a new friend who's arriving at the Aulani Disney Resort. Now, before we take a look at this week's news, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, give this video a like, and click that bell icon to stay in the know about all things Disney. So we found out last week the news about Disneyland Resort in Anaheim ending its annual pass program. And this week, the resort passed out a survey to its guests on different passport options, each with unique features, and all of them having blackout days. So it appears that DLC are no longer thinking of offering pass holders 365-day access to the parks anymore. Passports still require a reservation, and that window varies based on the option you choose. 2 of the 3 passport options will feature an anytime reservation that would allow guests to secure a visit on a short notice term. Discounts and other features will also vary on the different passports. You can read the full details about the passports on our website, flymickey.co.uk, under latest news. But here's a snapshot of what could be on offer. But please note, these options are not set in stone, and this is pure speculation from Disney at this time. Passport Option 1, worth $999 for an adult and $809 for a child, includes blackout days for the Easter, Christmas, and New Year holidays, and only allows you to visit on one of those special event days once in a year. Whereas Passport Option 2 comes with a much higher price tag at $1,399 per adult and $1,399 for a child. Again, blackout days are included for Easter, Christmas, and New Year, and also includes blackout days for June, July, and early August. But you do get 2 blackout day visit ticket options and a reasonable percentage bump in discounts on merchandising and some other additional extra bonuses like an unlimited photo pass. Which brings me on to Passport Option 3, coming in at the cheaper price that we saw in Option 1 and has the same blackout days as Option 2, but has a much longer reservation window of 120 days compared to only 90 we found in the first 2 options. The survey also presented 4 basic ticket offerings. A 3-day multi-visit ticket, which has an extensive blackout window, meaning guests will only be able to visit the Disneyland Resort from January through to May. And of course, a line of singular tickets, 1-day, 2-day, and 3-day ticket options that have no blackout days. For each of these 4 ticket options, you have a 120-day reservation window, but there are no additional features or discounts. While passports and ticket options may change, the survey provides a glimpse into Disney's current line of thought. But just remember that this is pure speculation at this time, and like a lot of things lately, it's subject to change. Disney Cruise Line is now offering a 2-night Seattle cruise from Vancouver on board the Disney Wonder from this July. The all-new Seattle sailing, which is available to book right now, will depart from Vancouver on July the 5th. And as an extra bonus for any of those guests who were previously booked onto the June 28th 9-night Alaska sailing, you're now eligible for a 10% discount if you want to rebook this 2-night sailing. The itinerary was added to fill in the void after the cruise line was forced to cancel the upcoming sailings of anything over 7 nights, which resulted in the cancellation of the June 18th 9-night Alaskan cruise, which was replaced by the June 28th 7-night Alaskan sailing, hence the discount on this new 2-nighter. This may seem like a very short sailing to enjoy a Disney cruise, but if you happen to be visiting Washington, or maybe wanting to go to Seattle, or maybe looking to extend your American vacation, this could be a great way to get a taste of what life on a Disney cruise ship is really like. Also this week, Disney Cruise Line announced the extension of their cruise date flexibility offer for all new and existing reservations made by March the 31st. This is for sailings through to August the 31st this year, and you can change your sailing date up to 15 days before departure. So 2020 was the kind of year that Walt Disney World certainly never expected, and then again neither did any of us around the world. After the resort was closed for more than 4 months, much of the larger resort still remains that way, and those parts that are open are running at a fraction of the normal capacity. But 2021 looks like it's going to be the year that sees Disney World try to get back to normal as much as possible. So if you're contemplating a trip to WDW this year, let's get you up to speed with the various things that are happening right now. So first off, the return of the Park Hopper. From January the 1st, fan favourite scheme returned, though slightly modified. Guests must still make a specific park reservation each day, and that must be the first park that they visit. However, from 2 p.m, guests may leave that location and travel to any other Disney World park. In fact, they can visit any of the 4 parks that are open for the rest of the day. Next up, the Disney World hotels, and with an increasing guest population expected as the year goes on, more of the Disney World hotels are set to reopen this year. Disney's All-Star Movies Resort will open in March, Disney's Beach Club will follow in May, and Disney's Wilderness Lodge will then reopen this June. Finally, Disney's Polynesian Village, which has been undergoing an extensive refurbishment of late, is expected to reopen sometime this summer. Now, Walt Disney World may be running at a fraction of capacity, but that doesn't mean that all the lines for the attractions are going to be that much shorter. We've seen the park taking recent steps to increase ride capacity in the recent days. On rides like Rise the Resistance, this means adding plexiglass barriers between the rows of the ride vehicle, whereas on rides like Expedition Everest, the carriages are now running completely full. These decisions were made with the input of the health officials, so there shouldn't be any increase in risk, and it will lead to standing in line for a lot less time, which is always a good thing. For fans of the water parks, Blizzard Beach is currently set to reopen on the 7th of March, nearly 1 year to the day after it initially closed down. Typhoon Lagoon is still off the schedule, but if the crowds do come back to Blizzard Beach, we can expect that to change sooner rather than later. If you booked a Disney World hotel in the past, you got a Magic Band for free. However, starting this year, Magic Bands are no longer complimentary. They're still available for purchase, and they still function in the same way that they used to before. But Disney World is transitioning towards allowing guests to use their own smartphones in exactly the same way as the Magic Bands. And lastly, Walt Disney World made a somewhat surprising announcement this week that it was discontinuing the Disney Magical Express. This was the bus service that was free from Orlando International Airport to the various resorts around Walt Disney World. The bus service itself will continue running throughout this year and will end on January the 1st, 2022. However, one especially convenient feature of the Magical Express has already come to an end, and that was Disney World handling your luggage for you. So sadly, it means you'll have to do the heavy lifting of your own bags to the bus from now on. And finally, Aloha friends! Well, I'm almost fluent. But today we have some exciting news to share with you. You can now see Olu Mel, an official Disney friend of Duffy, at the Aulani, a Disney resort and spa in Hawaii, where he can be found playing endearing and uplifting music on his ukulele. While he is known to be a little shy, he's happiest enjoying nature and making others smile with his music, which is exactly what brought him to Aulani. The resort in Kaualina is a fabulous place to stay for a truly memorable Hawaiian family vacation that immerses you in the local culture through the uniqueness of Disney magic. And being able to interact with Olu Mel as well as your other favourite Disney characters will just make your trip to Aulani Resort all that more special. If you'd like to celebrate the excitement of Olu Mel's arrival, be on the lookout for his official merchandise, as selected products will soon be available at shopdisney.com. And that's it for this week's Tips, Tricks and Travel News Update. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at FlyMickeyTravel so you'll never miss out on the magic moments from the world of Disney. And all that's left to say is have an absolute magical day.